Hello everyone, hello there. This is Jeff Wadley. I'm the director here at Camp Bays Mountain. I've got some announcements about summer camp for 2021. So here we go, I've got a list and we'll go down these really quick. Number one, registration is now open. Don't delay, do it today. Operators are standing by. Register now for summer camp, hold your spot. That way you can put a deposit on it or pay in full. That way you've got a spot. Now, are we going to be able to open camp this summer? I anticipate that we are. All the authorities of our camp board and camp ministries board and the hosting conference task force and all that, we're all trying to decide if it's safe to open. Right now, we're still trying to figure that out. We're watching all the numbers of the COVID and all this, and we're anticipating that we're going to be able to open camp. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to register for camp today. That way that'll hold your spot. Now, if for some reason we can't have camp, then you're still going to get your money back and all of that. But go ahead and register, hold your spot for camp. We've not sent out the printed catalogs yet. We're waiting on that, but it's all electronic. So if you go to campbaysmountain.com, go to the top where it says summer camp. There's a tab there. It has like 5 or 6 different things you can read. One is about camp sessions, the dates that we're open, how to register, the prices, all of that. Read through all of that. Find out when you want to go to camp. And I want you to do one thing before you do that, is decide how you're going to be able to pay. Now, I'm going to tell you how we're going to be able to do that one-on-one, but there are churches that pay for a part or all of their campers that go to their church to go to camp. Check with them first. So you go ahead and find your date that you want to go to camp. Decide how much that's going to cost. Call your church. Are you going to be able to pay, help us out? If they say yes, they're going to give you a number. Write that down. When you go to register for camp, when you get toward the end, it will say something about camperships from a church sponsorship. Write that number in there, and then it's going to automatically deduct how much that church is going to pay. So first thing is choose the date, contact your church, then go back to the registration page and work out the rest of that. Camp will be from June the 6th through July the 30th. We're going to have 7 weeks of camp. We're going to do these 4 camps. Number 1, day camp. Number 2, overnight camp. Number 3, half-week camp, a few sessions. Number 4, celebration camp. So those are all on the website. They're all in the summer camp tab. Investigate all those, see with the dates that you're available, and those that are available, try to match those up and go ahead and register. The camp cost for this year is the same as it was last year in 2019 and 18. We've not raised the prices on purpose because we don't want money to stand in the way for a child to go to camp. In 2020, we're probably going to raise it like $5,000. No, we're not going to raise it $5,000. Maybe a good idea. No, I'm teasing. All right, so we're going to have to raise prices in 2022, but right now it's the same. That's great. That's great news, isn't it, to have the prices the same. Now, if you registered last summer and we had to call you and say we're not going to be able to have camp, some of you made a donation to camp with that fee. Some of you got your money back, and some of you said keep the money in my account to use next year. So this year, if you register for camp and you go to your cart, there might just be a balance in there. Go check that out and see if you can just apply that from last year to this year. If you have any questions about how to do that, if it doesn't show up like you thought it should, call the camp office and we'll work on that for you. All right, a few other things. Tiered pricing. So as you look at a camp session, there will be 3 prices listed. There is no difference in the summer camp experience. All that is, tiered pricing is an opportunity that the camp offers you as a family to help you decide at what level you can afford to pay to go to camp. So if you can afford to pay the full cost of camp, which is the highest tier, then do that. If you need an automatic $50 off to reduce the price a little bit, do that middle tier, tier 2. If you just need more help with camp, go with the lowest tier, pay that. That is perfectly fine. We're prepared to take care of that. If you find that you need additional funds beyond what the church can give you, beyond what the lowest tier can give you, call the camp office. We have some scholarship money available we'd like to offer to help pay your way to camp. Now, don't use all this as like a coupon at your favorite store. That's not what this is all about. This is trying to make summer camp as affordable for as many people as possible. So we want you to come to camp. Do not let money be a detriment for you not to be able to go to camp. So we want to help you out. Another thing that you can do is register for our Flex plan, which means you'll pay a deposit now and then pay as much as you can per month, or just a monthly payment will take care of that as well. So we want to work with you as much as we can to get you to come to summer camp. A couple of other things. One is this COVID thing that's going on. And I know a lot of folks don't believe in COVID. Some people are very ultra conservative about COVID, and people are all in between. And here's what I need you to understand. I'm 56. I've been a camp director for 6 years. I've never directed a camp during a pandemic. This is all new to me. I'm writing it as we're going on down the road right now. We're trying to do our best. So I'm in contact with the Sullivan County Health Department, with the Holston Conference COVID Response Task Force, with the American Camp Association, things that are being put out by the CDC, our medical director. All of us are putting all this together, trying to discern what is the best way to respond to COVID with our protocols. And good news is, if you want to read all about it, it's on the website. Go to the Summer Camp tab, go down to the COVID-19 protocols. There they are. We're going to be editing that as we go. I think the last one was on there is like maybe February the 11th, maybe is the last version. And we're going to keep editing that as we find new things to do and not do to offer summer camp. For example, facial coverings. I don't like those masks. They make me hot, and sometimes they make my face chapped, and you can't see what I'm trying to say if you can't read my lips. You don't have, you're trying to read my lips right now and you can't read that. I don't like the masks. I don't know how many times I have broken a straw. I'll have my cup, and I'll bring my cup up to my mouth, and my straw will poke my face mask. Anybody else done that? I was at a restaurant a while back, and I had a hamburger, and I hadn't taken off my mask yet. I put the dadgum hamburger up in my mask. I don't like those masks. But right now, I'm going to wear them because I still believe that helps to prevent me from spreading it if I've got it to another person. So that's what I'm going to do. Here at camp, you don't have to wear it when you're swimming. You don't have to wear it when you're kayaking or canoeing or taking a shower. Nothing like that. But for all of our other group activities, we're going to ask people to wear a mask. Another thing that's going to be a little bit different this year is drop-off and check-in. Rather than walking into Allison Lodge with all these parents and grandparents and caregivers, we're going to do check-in in the parking lot. So you're going to drive up to the camp, to the bell tower, and that's where you're going to meet the counselor. That's where you're going to be asked all your medical questions and all of that. So we're going to do that in the car. And here's something I need for the parents and grandparents and caregivers and church leaders to help me with. Is I know used to, you would move your camper into the lodge, and you'd put out their sleeping bag and put their little stuffed animal over here, maybe hang up a poster or whatever. We're not going to do that this year. I know. But what we don't want to do is to have people who are not going to be at camp this week I just burped. It's embarrassing. We're not going to want people to be walking around in all the buildings spreading the virus if they don't know they've even got it or not. So no one's going to be in the lodges except for the campers and the staff. So work that out with your camper before you get here. Don't let that be a surprise if they're anticipating that you're going to walk in there with them. So we're going to do all that in the parking lot. Another thing is cohort groups. Cohort? What in the world? Cohort? That's a weird word that I've just heard in the past year or so. What that means is we're going to have 10 campers and 2 staff that will be in the same group all week long. So they're going to go to worship together, Bible study together, activities together, swimming pool together, lodging together, eating together, and all that. So if somebody in that cohort group gets sick, we'll just have to send the cohort home rather than the whole camp for 2 weeks. So that's a cohort group. It's a group that stays together all week long. No self-serve meals. That one I don't like, but that's what's going to happen. I usually like to go last at lunch, for example, walk up there with my plate, go up to the tater tot tray and just get a pile of tater tots. And then I love when we have hot dogs. I love to get my 2 hot dogs with my slaw and my chili and my mustard and make all that myself. This year we're going to have to do it a little bit different. The staff behind the counter are going to be serving our campers and the rest of our staff. So we have a lot of things we're going to do different. Please be patient with us. Again, we've never done this before. We're trying our best to open, and we hope that people will be cooperative as we do that. All right, couple other things. One is staff. If you know of someone who is 18, who loves Jesus, who loves the outdoors, and who loves children, I want to talk with them about working at camp this summer. Did you know that a lot of people will have their first experience in leadership in the church working at a summer camp? And we want to make that opportunity available to as many people as we possibly can who are 18, who love Jesus, who love the outdoors, who love children. So have them give me a call, and at 349-8401. Operators are standing by. So let's do that as soon as you can. All right. That's all that I've got. I want you to hear one more thing from me. This is very, very, very important. Number 1, is registration open for summer camp? Yes, it is. Number 2, are we going to have summer camp this year? I don't know. But I need for you to register, so we'll anticipate how many people have registered, if we're going to be able to have summer camp or not. That's going to help us make that decision. If nobody is registered and it's April, that tells me people are not interested in camp. If 350 people have registered by the end of February, that tells me everybody wants to go to camp. So that will help me to discern with our board and the powers to be that are in association with us if we're going to be able to have camp or not. So register for camp. Anticipate that we're going to have summer camp. If we can't have camp, we're going to let you know, and we'll refund your money and all that. See, I've never worked through a pandemic before. This is all new to me. All I know is there's a canoe over here with books on it. There's a paddle. There's a map. And all. I enjoy that. Telling people we're not going to have camp, that's awful. Last year was just awful telling people we couldn't have camp. And then telling all the staff that we would hire we're not going to have camp. It's awful. This year, I hope it's going to be much, much, much better. I need camp. Our campers need camp. Our staff need camp. Our community needs camp. And I really hope that you'll register today, don't delay, for summer camp. The way you do that is go to our website, campbaysmountain.com, go to the summer camp tab, look down there for session descriptions. There should be a little booklet that you can leaf through with all of our dates and our sessions and all that. Choose the one that you want. Call your church to see if they're going to give any scholarship this year or not. If they are, they're going to give you a number. If not, that's okay. Go ahead and register. And then if you still need help, give the camp a call, and we'll see if we can't help you do that with some scholarships. All right, so our phone number, 349-8401. The website is campbaysmountain.com. I hope to see you at summer camp. Remember, registration is open. We're anticipating that we'll be able to open for summer camp this summer. Thank you very much. Have a great day.